What's up, guys? We are back with another Bandai Tamashii Nation's movie realization figure review today, taking a look at the First Order Stormtrooper. So this is more specifically the Ashigaru First Order Stormtrooper. This, of course, is the line that incorporates samurai styling into the character design. So it takes a First Order Stormtrooper and samarizes it, basically. So we've got him here in the premium format packaging for the box. I really dig the presentation here. It's a really matte finish slipcover style case. You've got the figure there presented on the front, and then you've got a close-up shot of the mask on the side, and then the back of the package, really similar to figure arts, robot spirits, stuff like that. You've got product shots showcasing how they move, and then all of the accessories that they come with. So let's do it. Let's pull them out, take a look. And here he is out of the package, our movie realization First Order Stormtrooper, and in the sake of full disclosure, this guy was provided for review by Bluefin, and he's, well, I saved the one that I was least excited about for last because it's just a Stormtrooper, and it's not to say it's a bad thing. Captain Phasma's a shiny silver trooper, and Kylo Ren is Kylo Ren. So I went with the ones that I was most excited about, but he does make for a really cool looking samurai-style trooper. This translates exceptionally well into this style, just like Captain Phasma did. So let's see what this guy can do. Let's see how he moves around. Of course, he is really similar to Captain Phasma. There are a few differences, but overall, it's still very similar. So you've got a head that can look up, he can look down, you've got full rotation at the head there. The shoulder pads are on disc hinges in the shoulder there, so they move up and down. You can twist them a little bit because they're on ball pegs as well, and then they swivel. You've got arms that can swivel at the shoulder, they go all the way out, and you've got a butterfly joint. You've also got a bicep swivel. We've got the ball hinge elbows for basically 90 degrees, and then you've got ball hinges at the wrist for rotation and hinge and all that good stuff. You've also got your ball peg at the waist, so he goes backwards a little bit, he goes forwards a little bit, side to side a little bit, and then you've got your twist. The girdle piece here does kind of get in the way because it sits so high up on the figure. It kind of comes above the belly button, basically, so it kind of impedes his movement there. Just like with Phasma, he does have the armor pieces that hang down, and they are pegged into his leg. So if you move them too far, there's a good chance they're going to pop out, and you'll just have to put them back in. That's basically what it comes down to, because legs can go out a decent bit, but then you're going to start to pop those out. They kick forward. See what I just said? It just popped out. We'll talk about it in just a sec. And then it goes backwards. And there is a ball peg in there for this armor piece. So you take it out, or it falls out, and then you can pop it back in, like so, and then it will swivel on the leg. So you move it to allow yourself a greater range of motion. We've got double jointed knees, and then we've got rotation and rocker and hinges with a ball hinge down there at the ankles, and then you've got a little bit of a toe hinge as well. So he's very similar to Phasma. The only real difference is that she has the segmented cape on her left shoulder. Otherwise, though, they're very, very close in terms of how they move. Similarly to Articulation, this guy's look is also very close to Captain Phasma as well. It's not 100% the same, so the absence of the cape here doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the figure is the same. The torso piece is entirely different. The belt pieces here, whatever, I don't know what these are called, what these armor pieces on a samurai would be called, but these are different between the two figures. And then, of course, there is a difference in the helmet. Granted, the color is different, but they are very similar in terms of construction. He's also got a different clip for his scabbard here. It's not as free-floating as Phasma's is. Hers is a little more ostentatious and frankly a little bit cooler. But this guy does translate really well into this style. It's very clear what is being worked on here. A clearly samurai-inspired design with a First Order Stormtrooper as its basis. So I do think this looks really nice. I would say that Phasma is still my favorite because, you know, she just works really well in this style, but this guy does come through quite nicely. Don't get me wrong. They do a great job of bringing the two things together, marrying those two designs. There's a nice amount of paintwork on this figure. There's a little bit of a patina and wash all over him. He's also got a lot of line work for the various armor plates on the pads and all down the actual armor itself. You've got the big canister on the back here, which is of course a Telltale Stormtrooper thing, and he just looks kind of dirty, which is exactly what I kind of think of when I think of Star Wars, because it's such a very lived-in universe. So I like the added grit and grime on this figure, and it works really well. The black and the white clashes against the figure quite nicely, and just the general idea here comes through so well. My only real gripe about the design on these guys is just like with Phasma, though, because I do think that even though it is likely very accurate to a traditional samurai-style helmet, this
just juts out a little bit too far for me. It almost gives him a little bit of a big frown on the face, but otherwise, I think it works really well. The paint on the mask is nicely done. The armor plates that wrap around the head are really well done. And just all the fine little intricate details on this guy are exceptionally nice, and I dig everything about the way this figure looks. Now, as far as accessories goes, this guy is pretty similar to Captain Phasma as well. So we've got a sword, we've got a gun, and then we've got some extra hands. So you've got some gripping hands, we've got a set of trigger finger hands here, and then we've also got a set of the standard fist hands. So you've got 6 total hands for this guy, basically to give you all the normal poses you might need for a Stormtrooper. And then we've got his gun, which is similar to Phasma's, but not the same. So just for sake of comparison, hers has the longer stock on it. It's a different sculpt entirely, but there are some similar details. It's got the fold-out grip at the front, and the main just design of the gun is similar, but then it's got a little bit of an extra embellishment. So he's got what would be the more standard gun. He could hold it just fine in either hand. It's got a great patina, great gunmetal color, and then that kind of faux wood paint job. And then we've got the scabbard and the sword down here that sits, of course, on this little hook that's on his belt. And this guy is much less adorned, I suppose, than Phasma's. Hers is a little bit cooler. It seems a little more appropriate for a captain. So this guy, again, is just more in line with a standard Grunt's scabbard, and it's just standard white. It doesn't move around as much on the peg as Phasma's either. And then he's got a fairly similar sword, but it's just not as adorned. So it's more in line with a Stormtrooper. Still got that First Order emblem on the hilt, though. So he still has everything that you really need to make him into a samurai Stormtrooper, and I think he looks really good this way. I think he's probably going to be kitted out with the gun for the most part for me, just because, well, it's a Stormtrooper, but I do like the idea of giving this guy the sword as well. So yeah, despite the fact that this is my least favorite of the 3, it's still a really solid figure. Don't take that to be a negative by any means. He's just going up against 2 other, I'd say, more impressive designs, really. And this figure is a lot of fun. I've had a lot of fun with this line in general. They move really well. They look so good, and that can't be understated. That's truly what this is all about, is their design, the appeal of marrying these 2 types of things, Star Wars and this samurai armor style. It just works. It surprisingly works so well. And I think Bandai Tamashii Nations did a fantastic job with this stuff. It really does make me want to go back and get some of those older figures that I have been eyeballing for years and just never jumped on. So if you're even remotely interested in this stuff, you have really nothing to worry about, because there is a lot of fun to be had here from many different angles. These are just cool figures. That's really all it comes down to. So that's going to do it for this look at the Bandai Tamashii Nations movie realization Ashigaru First Order Stormtrooper. Let me know what you guys think. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and until next time.